What up, it's Dane. In this video, I'm going to be telling you why you're not gaining muscle. I see these mistakes being made time and time again, and in this video, I'm going to help you. So, first of all, let's cover the 3 factors, right? So, I'm going to speak about training, nutrition, and recovery, so sleep. So, let's start off with training, because this is a big mistake I see all the time. So, first of all, the number 1 mistake you could be making in the gym when you're not gaining any muscle is overtraining, right? Non-functional overreaching. Some people say, oh, you can't do overtraining, blah blah blah. I know some people do say that. Okay, that's their opinion, but then you also gotta see, like, gotta know what stuff they're taking, right? Because if you're taking anabolic steroids or like this every single day, your body's gonna be able to recover and you'll be able to train like a madman, right? Whereas if a natural lifter trains every single day, his body cannot recover. It's not sufficient, right? It just doesn't make sense when you really think about it. Same as training to failure every single set, right? That is also non-functional overreaching. Over a period of time, you're going to burn yourself out, and if you don't take a deload week, overtraining occurs, you're not going to recover, you're not going to be able to repair that muscle tissue, and you're not going to get any bigger and gain more muscle, right? It's not going to happen. So that's mistake number 1 in training. And then we'll jump right on the other side of the spectrum is not progressively loading more weight onto the bar, right? So this is the complete opposite. One person is like training all the time, the other person is just going lightly. They're not giving their muscle enough stimulus to grow, right? Doesn't really make sense, because most of the people I know anyway, they go to the gym and go like balls to the wall. In fact, sometimes they go too much and don't know when to pull it back. So anyway, yeah, overtraining. The main factor when it comes to muscle growth is progressive tension overload. I say this in almost every single one of my videos because it's obvious, right? Adding more weight onto the bar leads to more muscle growth, but not only that, because let's think about it. If you just add more weight, you basically become a power lifter. And note, these are mainly on a multi-joint compound exercises, so bench press, squat, deadlift, pull up, stuff like this. Just by adding more weight, you're basically going to become a power lifter. So the second factor is volume load, which is sets times reps times the weight or load, whichever you want to call it. By increasing that over time, you will be gaining more muscle as well. So that's the mistake number 2, or solution number 2, is just start putting more overload onto the, onto the bar. Just give your muscle more stimulus, right? Apply progressive tension overload. So that's training. Those are the mistakes you could be making. And if you're not making them 2 mistakes, and your training is good and you think it's good and you don't fall one of those 2 factors or whatever you want to call them, let's get into the nutrition, because this might be the part where you slip up, right? So maybe you're not eating the calorie surplus. That's number 1 solution. And if you're even tracking your calories, you're not doing it well enough, right? You're just doing, oh, don't worry about that. And you may be just wanting to stay lean all the time, so just think about it as well. Because most of the time, people that want to stay lean all the time are actually scared of packing on a bit of fat, right? I do understand it, because when you come just off a cut, you're nice and shredded, you don't want to put all that fat back on, but you got to kind of accept it, right? You got to accept a little bit of fat. So you're definitely not eating a calorie surplus. That is the biggest mistake I see most of the people doing, especially women, because they don't want to get fatter. So that's so important. Eating a calorie surplus, and this is the key word here, keyword research. Eating a calorie surplus consistently. If you're not doing this shit consistently, you want to be aiming for about a calorie surplus. This is just a baseline number, right, of about 3,500 calories per week, meaning 500 calories each day in that surplus, that positive energy balance. Okay, now we've covered the nutrition. Let's get on to the sleep, the recovery. The one on my part that most people neglect, and I always leave this one to last because I guess people don't find this the most interesting. However, it might be the most effective to you. So if you've got all those factors covered already, you don't fall into those principles, then maybe this one you're slipping up. So sleep. Make sure to sleep at least 8 to 9 hours per night, right? It's so important. Even maybe 6 hours, but try and get 6 hours uninterrupted sleep. What the hell did I just say? You try to get a good sleep, right? You don't want that shit to be interrupted. You don't want that. Personally, if you're like me and you need to have a piss every single time when you sleep at the moment, I don't know why I'm getting this, but just go to the toilet and don't drink so much water before you go to bed. That's a top tip that's been working for me, but I know sleep's getting affected anyway. So if you're not getting enough recovery, remember that is when your body repairs itself the most, right? Your hormones are being regulated, your testosterone, all this kind of good stuff. So make sure to get enough sleep. Like I said, if you're probably if you're a teenager, this is probably where you're going to fall up the most, because just by society, playing Xbox and stuff, most teenagers don't really have a lot of sleep. I know this is a bit judgmental, and then the other side, some have like, whoa, loads of sleep. So anyway, those are the mistakes that you can be making. As always, I like to summarize this whole shit for you. So in training, you're just overtraining balls all the time, no deloads, no deloads. And then the other side, you're just not progressing, not applying progressive tension overload, adding more into the bar, adding greater volume load. And then that's training. Then nutrition, this is so important. Positive energy balance, calorie surplus consistently. If you're eating a calorie deficit, don't expect to gain a good amount of muscle. It's not going to happen. And then lastly, sleep. Sleep like a baby, 8 to 9 hours per night should be good to go. And this is like all you need to know, like building muscle guide 101, what you need to know about it. So I hope you find this video useful. I hope I can speak properly now. I don't know why I was speaking so weird. So anyway, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear suggestions. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to get more value from me. If you'd like to get notified, click that little bell next to the subscribe button, whatever. More importantly, stay positive, stay smiling, and you already know the deal. I'll see you in the next one.